Okay. I think I finally see what all the hype was about. Obsession is Curry Barker's directorial debut, and the film centers around a hopeless romantic named Bear, who stumbles upon a one-wish willow, and when he does, he wishes that his co-worker Nikki loved him more than anyone in the entire world. And from there, we spiral into this crazy, fucked up world of, uncomfortability, gore, gruesome horror. That's the best way I can say it. Guys, this movie is crazy, and it's got all the buzz right now. All the horror heads are talking about it. Everybody and their mother, I feel like, is talking about it, but maybe that's just my algorithm on YouTube and Instagram and all of social media. This is really interesting for me because I watched all of Curry Barker's short films when he was on YouTube. I was a big fan of all that stuff that he did, and all of it translates so well to a feature-length film. I often get concerned when YouTubers turn filmmakers, or a short film is adapted into a feature and it doesn't warrant the feature-length runtime. I'm looking at you, Skinamarink. There's no reason that movie needed to be an hour and a half. It was perfect as a short. But yeah, this is a completely original idea, written, directed, and edited by Curry Barker. Like I said, it centers around the character Bear, who wishes his co-worker would fall in love with him. Now, at face value, that doesn't seem like an inherently original idea, but it is all in the details, right? The devil's in the details. This, in execution, is different than any other movie that centers around a wish. I mean, off the top of my head, a movie that has the same concept, be careful what you wish for, would be Wishmaster, right? Literally, Wish is in the title. Wishmaster is one of my go-to horror movies, and it centers around this whole be careful what you wish for kind of a theme. But I have to say, Curry Barker and Obsession does the idea, the premise, a lot better than any other Wish Gone Bad movie does it. I mean, it's so wholesome at a certain part, right? Their love and their connection. But then it has this totally ugly side to it. This manipulation that factors into their dynamic, Nikki and Bear's relationship. And I think it's the manipulation and the toxicity that takes this obsession, this theme of a wish gone wrong to the whole other level. I mean, the manipulation, the things that the Nikki character does when she's under the influence of the One Wish Willow is crazy. It's unfucking filtered. It's totally chaos. It's so much fun. Everybody in my theater is laughing. They're jumping. They're feeling bad for Bear. It's like a whirlwind of emotion, this movie. I can't say enough good things. If you can't already tell, I'm a huge fan of this movie. And I kind of knew I was going to be going into the movie, but at the same time, going into the movie with that positive energy, with that mindset, you're also setting yourself up for failure. Because if you're going into the movie expecting to like it and then it doesn't necessarily live up to what you expected, then you're setting yourself up for failure, right? Well, Curry Barker and Obsession lived up to expectation. I can't recommend this movie enough. I mean, there is some set pieces in here that I did not expect. Now, there were reviews that I skimmed through before watching the movie because this movie debuted, or it first ever screened at the Toronto International Film Festival, I believe. So a lot of people saw this movie before its theatrical release, which was today. And all of it hyped it up to such a level that I didn't think it could reach, but it did. And these set pieces that were hyped up were great. They're excellent. I mean, some of the gore and the gruesome effects that are done in this movie, they're epic. They live up to expectation. And I believe the one that I'm referencing right now is practical. I mean, the body, the gore, the blood, everything about what happened to this mangled corpse is all practical, I believe. I mean, it looks tangible. It really reminds me of like old school horror. Speaking of old school horror, this score almost reminded me of like an 80s kind of score. It was kind of this nice synth that underscored the whole film, and the music and the sound design in this movie, it can't go unnoticed. It is a powerhouse, and it does a lot of heavy lifting. I mean, a lot of the jump scares rely on the sound design, going from complete silence to this eerie build to this silence to then this stinger that just pounds you. And the thing about these stingers and these jump scares that, yes, is supported by the great score and the great sound design, but also it's a timing thing, right? And I read another thing that Curry Barker said in one of his interviews before going and seeing this movie. He said that he took a different approach to jump scares. He invented his own version of a jump scare, and I totally see what he means now watching this movie. These jump scares aren't the typical, like, somebody comes from a shadow and it's a scary face, and then boom, loud jump scare and the spooky face is just covering the entire screen. There are jump scares that happen at times that you wouldn't expect them. There's jump scares that happen and things that pop up on the screen that don't typically warrant a jump scare, but in this movie they do, and it's 100% earned. Yeah, I don't know, guys. This movie is just a breath of fresh air. It's something that horror has needed. I think that filmmaking in general is needed, right? Just a fresh new director, a fresh new vision, a fresh new take on things. And I think that new wave is here, and I'm very excited. Okay, let's talk about the character of Nikki. That actress that played the Nikki character deserves Oscar nominations, okay? Because she is the lifeblood of this movie. If it wasn't for her tremendous performance, I don't think this movie would be sitting at a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, everything truthfully hinges upon her and her performance. And she doesn't disappoint. She carries this movie from the beginning to the end. And at the beginning, you see Nikki how she was before the wish. She's this wholesome girl that works at this music store, and she gives money to the homeless. There's literally a scene where she goes and she gives the homeless $20, and she takes care of people. She's very nurturing. She's just a good person all around. And then she turns into this monster after the wish is well wished. And it's this complete 180, but not only is it this awesome character arc, but also there's nuance to it. There is the true Nikki that is inside of the wished Nikki's body, and she's calling out for help, and she just is switching up vibes on just a dime. 1 minute she's screaming, she's yelling, she's being manipulative. The next moment she's being very nurturing and caring and sweet. Then all of a sudden she's being really sexual and really over the top. And then next thing you know, she's a crying mess in the corner. I mean, everything that you could imagine she does. I mean, every spectrum on the spectrum of emotions, she kind of captures it. She kind of takes it and she adds that to her performance. It's really something. And I think that that's why horror is my favorite genre, because it can touch on all of these emotional beats all in one story. It can be everything all at once, and I think that that is what this movie is, and I think that that is why it's so powerful and so strong. And like I said, it hinges upon the performances and the characters. All of the characters are written so well. Curry Barker did a great job with the writing in this movie, great job with the editing, the directing. I can't say enough good things. Guys, if I'm going to rate this movie on my scale of 5, I have to give Curry Barker's Obsession a 4 out of 5 stars. It is a great film. I was entertained. But yeah, that's going to do it for my review. I love this movie, if you can't already tell. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I mean, it's truthfully amazing to see Curry Barker go from YouTube Shorts to now feature-length film that's doing so well right now. And speaking of YouTube short films and YouTube films in general, my first feature film is coming out on YouTube on this very channel June 12th. So keep an eye out for that. It would mean the world to me if you guys check it out. It's coming out June 12th. It is a psychological horror film. My first ever feature-length film. It sits at around an hour and a half. And yeah, I'd appreciate if you guys check that out. Keep your eyes peeled for that. And that leaves one thing left to say. Are you not entertained? Or I guess I should say, are you not obsessed?